up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Monday to you. Why am I getting this echo in my speaker? But hey, it's either here nor there. Hopefully, everybody's having a great time, man. It is what it is. We are back at it like we're mad at it. We are 4 days away from the weekend. Everybody lives for the weekend, right? I know I do. But man, we got another great show in line for y'all tonight as we are actually continuing our off-season edition of the Play Call Sheet, where we take a deep dive look at each division. We talk about a little bit of everything, little rumors, little draft talk as we get March closer to the draft. But hey, man, let's get the guys up in here. With that being said, let's get my man up in here, looking fly as always. New England Patriot man, the #1 fan. Let's get him up in here. Chili Will.
What up, people?
What's up, dog?
It's that time of the week again, man.
I know, bro. It is. It is. Some people, you know what I'm saying, look forward to the weekend. I look forward to Mondays. It starts my week for me.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to look forward to Mondays because I've always hated Mondays, but
nobody likes Mondays.
now it's the play call sheet, man. At least we get to close the Monday that way. That's how we do it. We close
that part. But man, I know we were talking about the draft, but we just had the combine just finished up. Right out the gate.
It better be this better be the first topic.
Combine, man.
I think I know where you're going, but specifically one man at combine.
One man, Xavier mother effing Worthy.
Oh,
broke the combine record, man. Did you see this? I know you watched
it. 4-2-1.
He made it look effortless from beginning to end, bro.
Yo, in this day and age, man, if I ran a 4-2-1, I might tattoo it on my forehead.
Yeah, that's something that somebody can't take away from you.
That's crazy, guys.
So, if y'all haven't seen it, you know we like videos here. Let's see, we should be able to show it. I don't think we're gonna get flagged for this. What you think?
Why? That hasn't stopped us before. So
I know, right? So, wide receiver for the University of Texas. His first run, as you see, was a 4.25.
He did not have to run again. No, yeah, that was actually a thing that they were talking about. Like, he didn't have to run again. He immediately said, "I'm going to. I want to break the record." Now, here's the beauty of this whole situation. When you're watching, that's unbelievable to watch. He runs off, keeps going. Now, then they did a really good job. I don't know if they had to have gotten it quicker than this, but they did a really good job of building upon this. A nice little storyline where from this moment on, who was it? What's the guy? Whoever was announcing, one of the guys was basically like, I'm really waiting for this official time, though, because so far a couple official times have been faster than what they got clocked when they ran it by 1/10 of a second. He's like, and they waited, and like a few more people ran 40s again, and then bam, then they told us, yep, it's
build up the anticipation.
Yeah. He ran a 4.21. So
I had saw somebody here said that pretty much he's fast, but can he play?
Play fast.
Me being a Longhorn fan,
yeah.
I got to watch this kid the last 3 years. He's a threat every time he touched the ball. Mm-hmm. He ain't just a guy that just run fly routes. He'll go over the middle. He run a good post. He fights for the ball. So he high points it. And as a bonus, he's a hell of a special team player.
Right. Returner. 17 yards per return on punts.
Yes. So they said that he may end up being a first rounder now because of that. Raiders, that sounds like something y'all do. Y'all love that speed, man.
They literally do it every time. Hayward Bay. I mean, the list goes on. Johnny Higgins, I believe. Ruggs. Ruggs was the one I was even on board with. Till he killed somebody because he was driving faster than he could run.
Right.
Yeah, so they always do this. They probably shouldn't this time, though.
Nah, they probably shouldn't.
Now I hope the kid falls to a place where I mean, he might have ran himself out of playing with the Chiefs, but that'd be amazing. But I do this for every receiver. I'm like, yo, I wonder how they look on the Chiefs.
It might take him at pick 32.
Yeah, after a 4-2-1, it'd be surprising if he was still there at 32.
And I'm pretty sure, him and Patrick Mahomes probably got some of the same people in the inner circles. With them both playing on Texas Tech, UT, the same line from a training perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But
the fit isn't the question. The fit isn't the question. The fit, the will he last? That's what we gotta.
That's the part. That part. Yeah. And
but
I had a lot of fun.
He might have ran his way right off of that roster.
That's true. Anybody disappoint you in the draft? I mean, in the combine.
I don't want to. It's maybe the wrong word, disappointment. I just would have liked some of the guys to go.
Yeah.
Who didn't go, but I understand why, because there's no reason to. You only stand
like the Caleb Williams.
Right. You only stand to hurt yourself. Especially somebody just did that. He had a pretty bad Jimmy was talking about it. James. Matter of fact, I should have told him to come on. Yeah, I hit him, see what's going on. But yeah, I would have liked to see some guys go. JJ McCarthy. You gotta clean up your accuracy issues when you're in shorts at the very least. He looked really good out at first though. Like at first he looked like, man, these are great throws. These are NFL throws. He can make every throw.
Start getting away from him.
Then it was like, oh, he can also miss every throw. So
was that before or after? Because I saw the video surface where him and is it Corum, the running back, were in the hotel lobby throwing passes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was before or after he had the accuracy issues.
Yeah. Either way, not the best look. Basically, because everybody really likes him though. That's what's crazy. They say that he has the makeup of a guy who, even if he struggles, will be able to maintain that and go through it.
That's true.
So that's what they're talking about. They're talking about not just they're saying he has all the tools to be a great quarterback, but they do think he can struggle with the accuracy, but they think he has the makeup of a football player who could survive that and get better. So that's an interesting way to, and then they said that he didn't do himself any favors. So we'll see what happens. He is the champion. So that helps. But yeah, me and Jake got into a little scuffle over this. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Meta. What?
Fellas, man. How y'all doing?
What's up, fam?
Ain't nothing, man. Just one of them nights, man, on the public transit,
You look beaten down.
I mean, yeah, no, not even in the cage, man. Some a pedestrian got hit. A pedestrian got hit in East Boston. Literally, Will tell you from where I get on to East Boston, my ride should be no more than half an hour.
No, yeah.
It was still half an hour, and we were still in East Boston. Boston. I said, and then they had detoured us, and they took a 22-year-old got hit. Apparently, this is the second act. This is the third person on the same road that got hit. I don't understand why pedestrians even crossing the street, and that's a highway, basically.
Yeah, but also you got to give them somewhere to do that.
That's what I'm saying. You got to give them somewhere to cross the street.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
I know the area. That whole area. There's multiple spots. The Chelsea exit is the most dangerous place on earth, maybe. That Chelsea exit when you on Toby over the whatever. We talking Boston stuff right now, but yeah, that Chelsea exit is reckless.
I'm here, man. But I'm here, and
we didn't even get that far. We didn't even get out of Texas. We were still on Texas. We were still talking about the man Worthy, man.
Oh, okay.
4-2-1.
As much as I mean, not to down coach, you know what I'm saying, and possibly not to down you, Will, but you know we got to see it on the field, and I'm not throwing I hope the best to him. I threw it in a post the other day. It's an achievement, you know what I'm saying, to have combine records in this modern day age. Hopefully he takes it all out, and puts it on the football field. Again, you can't match that. unless you're Cat Williams. But shout out to the young man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's. One criticism people said, like, not that he's not fast, but can he play that fast? Like, can he can play? Yeah, he can play, but can he play that fast?
I feel this is what the combine does, and if you really pay attention to it, you'll probably find it as a Debbie Downer too. That this is a combine, so this given day he ran this. You can't take it away from him. But back to what you just said, Will.
Can he play like it?
Can that happen? I mean, obviously it's not going to happen every single snap.
Also, you're not running. But also, you're rarely ever just running 40 yards straight in football.
Exactly.
Like rarely, and then also you're rarely ever. You're never doing it without pads on. What up, Bobby?
But Guy definitely has ceiling. He definitely has a lot of ceiling in this draft class. If he has a lot of ceiling in this draft class, hopefully the play shows up on the football field. It's definitely a top 3 to 5 receiver in this draft.
Yeah, people think, yeah, coach got tired of it. I'm done. He's like, I want to see him play. I'll show you him play.
You know, I mean, absolutely. I mean, for a guy in his selection too, man, I mean, there's plenty of teams that could use his services right now. So, see how it rocks, man. You know, guys that, like you said, we mentioned the Bears that you may need a receiver. They got multiple picks in this year's draft. You can go after a guy like him. You don't really have to necessarily go, you know, if you don't get your top choice. I mean, you don't know what they're going to choose, quarterback or receiver, you know. So, you know, something that's head on, man. You know, he can end up in a very valuable spot for himself.
So I would say, normally I would have said, like, I don't know if he'll go that high, but the truth is, if certain teams decide they want a receiver, 3 can go in the top 10. Yeah, definitely at least 3. Like, you got Harrison, you got Rome, and what's the other kid's name? Oh, also Adonai, your boy. What's his last name, Coach?
Mitchell.
Adonai Mitchell.
He ran a 4.36.
4.34. Yeah, no, I think it's a
4.34.
Yeah, I don't know if they adjusted it after the official time, but yeah, 4.34 when he ran it. So Texas boys are fast. Yeah, the kid can go, man. I think
they had a tight end and he ran like a 4.4 or 4.5, something like that.
Yeah.
According to CBS, Worthy is 5th in terms of receivers. He's behind Brian Thomas, Roman Duze, Malik Neighbors, and of course Mara Harrison.
Yep. And I think the kid, the other LSU, the one Brian, what's his name? Brian what?
You said LSU. LSU Brian Thomas.
Yeah, Brian Thomas. I think he just ran himself into the top. Like he was already going to be a high pick, but he ran a 4.33. So that was like.
I think one that ran himself down. Receiver Javon Baker from UCF.
Yeah.
They had him. He's kind of still on that borderline. Like after he may be in the 5. Some people may disagree. Some people may agree. So it's a lot. And then of course, your boy Mitchell, man, he's not too far behind, man. So like you said, man, I mean, a lot of great talent.
This is another deep receiver. Yeah, the last 3 years have been deep as hell.
Well, you got to think now. A lot of kids come ready at that position because they got 7-on-7 year. You know what I'm saying? In the off season, they go through the summer, so they're constantly working on their craft. So you know, as far as the reps, they're getting them.
Plus, what we talked about before, Coach, we were saying like. The game has shifted to where you put your best athlete at quarterback, you put your best athletes at receiver, you put your best athlete at defensive end. Like that's where we are now.
Shout out to you, Kyrie.
What up, Kyrie?
You know, the thing that I do like the most about it is I'm looking at some of these 40 times. I know the 40 is not the be all end all.
Yeah.
But there's some running backs that ran some very good times. And, you know, the day of probably the big bruise in the back is not really the thing anymore. You got these backs who are multi-dimensional. They can tote the ball in between the tackles, but they're threats out of the backfield as well.
That's smaller backs, huh?
Only thing I got with that is the only problem I got with that is I'm small. So you know, at the same time, you know, you want to have some bulk on you. Injuries for guys that may not be the weight, but I mean, they can run the ball and get in space, stuff like that, man. So that's just one thing I will have. But I mean, yes, yeah, right, coach. There's a bunch of guys that definitely ran good 40s and definitely could translate in the league. Where you use multiple running backs now, so it's lovely, man. It's lovely.
Absolutely.
Hello.
The day of the workhorse back is over because it don't make any sense.
No, I know.
Running back by committee.
Having the workhorse back means I gotta pay him like one, and I'm basically paying the guy to get beat up. That's a dumb move. It's a bad.
You know what they do now? Back in the day, they always look for the running back that can, like I say, he was a bruiser. He had the breakaway speed, probably catch a couple of passes out the backfield. Now they got 3 different backs who each can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happens,
the
specialist, and they can just, as guys get old or move along, they just go find somebody with that skill set, put them in the backfield.
And I don't got to pay him a full workhorse back price because he ain't one. He a pass.
I wish, man. I wish. My best time in the 40 ever was official time of a 4.42. But that was like 200 pounds ago.
He said, I ain't weigh nothing.
Now the quickest thing on me is my fork hand.
Yo, he said he got a 4.44 fork hand. What up,
Absolutely, man. So you know what? So let's we got a couple of stories before we get into the division that we're talking about tonight. Shout out to my man too. He gave us some pretty good stories tonight. The NCAA rules updates. This one was kind of interesting. They're thinking about aligning, the coach to player helmet communication. I thought they already had that in college, but I guess they didn't. So you just see, what's coming down from NFL trickling down. It's probably gonna be a matter of time. It's gonna be at the high school level. So how y'all feeling about that technology coming to the field? Is that going to replace the big cue cards they have on the sideline and stuff like that?
Probably should. There's no reason not to streamline the game. Are we really trying for the refs? They'll be all right. They'll find work. They already don't. They already don't want to make them like full timers, which would make them get benefits and then be better refs.
Right.
So. No, I mean, if you already don't care about the refs, I'm not going to start now. Besides, the refs will still be there. Just technology will help with everything else.
I mean, that's help. The extra technology can do some justice. I mean, hey, if you have technology, why not use it? If you can get the game correct and game fair or something, whatever you're trying to vouch for, then why not?
Here's what I will say, though. If they're going to use it, it better actually streamline the game.
Yeah.
Don't add all this expensive technology that raises ticket prices and merchandise prices across the board, and then it still takes forever to get the call right, and then you might probably don't even get it right. No, don't do that. So if you're gonna put it in, make sure it speeds the game up.
I did see, was it I think it's the NFL that's kind of floating around with them using the chips in the balls.
Yeah, they should have been doing that. They should have been doing that.
Yeah, I was surprised that wasn't out there. All the GPS technology that's out there.
That's definitely. I just don't. Yeah, if they can do that, I mean everything. If they can do all that, man, then it helps. It helps the game out. It takes, like you said, extra time. Potentially, not shorten the game a whole lot, but what I'm saying, shorten it a bit.
Shout out to you, Casey. Appreciate you hopping in.
I know we don't like always doing cross sports references, but baseball purists, they cried and bitch, they complained and oh my god, no, and it has made baseball so much more watchable.
Right, for everybody,
so much more.
You got people like Tuquan going to the games now, like what?
You mean the game can start at 7 and I could possibly be home by 11 instead of this? Who knows when it's gonna? Yeah. What up, Chris?
You, Chris.
Over here rushing us. Don't mess with me.
So that's that one. So, Two got a soft spot. He's hard on the inside, but he definitely got a soft spot because the next story that he shared with us was pretty cool, man. And that's Braylon Edwards.
What happened with Braylon?
Saved an 80-year-old man's life during a locker room attack.
Oh, Michigan's winning everywhere right now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. That's lit.
Braylon, man. Oh my God, Carly.
Yo, yeah, Braylon was fun to watch. He was, especially and of all places, he was fun to watch on Cleveland.
Yeah, he was.
Of all places,
yes, he was.
Funny.
He was that dude in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's one of the better high pointers ever in the game. No,
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
The more I see tall receivers who can't do that, you start to realize, oh, him, Moss, Megatron, yeah, that like Larry, it's really different. It's really different.
Hold on. I thought he was gonna be him. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I thought he was gonna be him, man. I mean, he had a solid career. I mean, he can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you played in NFL.
I think he had a 17 touchdown season at one point. He was going off, bro.
Anybody that could beat a 3.5 year bid, you ain't got nothing to complain about, man.
Salute. Now he out here saving old men or women who.
Apparently he heard he heard a thump in the locker room of a YMCA. Couple dudes was beating on an 80-year-old, and it was about to go down when the guy was about to throw the man's head into the bench, and Braylon, stopped the shit from happening. So shout out to my man. I had to put this in here because we all know him. We all grew up, watching him. And like I said, man. In the world nowadays where there's not a lot of things going on, combine, stuff like that, with shredded and gospel news, man, I'm like, hey, I'll just bring it on here tonight.
That headline buried the lead. When you say he saved some 80-year-old man, I figure like, I don't know, some dude fell out of heart attack and he was there and like
that's what I thought too.
Yeah, but the man stopped. He put himself in harm's way to save somebody. That's what's up, bro. That's what he should be doing.
25-year-old that was jumping the older man, shame on you, man.
Yeah, go somewhere. You
could have just walked away.
I mean, the only reason why, listen here, old people mind their business. Now, some of the stuff that old people do after what I'm saying, you may not be cool with it, but overall, not for him to get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? If you've been to a YMCA, you know that locker room.
That's why I don't go.
That's why I'm getting dressed in the gym.
I thought that was about to be the Make-A-Wish situation all over again, where he fucking attacks the victim. I thought for sure he was
no.
I thought he was like, that old man should have minded his business. Like he said. I was like, yo, please don't go this route. Don't defend that 25-year-old.
But shout out to you, Braylon, man. You are hero,
that's a good story, bro.
Big ups to you, brother.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have heard that. I don't know how it didn't. Of course, ESPN didn't say anything about it.
It's literally because sometimes when we do this show, I'll type NFL news, NFL rumors, and sometimes, like I said, the season's going on. There's a lot of the same stuff, but off season you got the combine stuff. And then I seen that, I said, oh, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? To see it, even a little after the combine, there wasn't much combine news on there. So
it's the only time they tell wholesome football stories because they ain't got shit else to print.
And this next one,
that's a good story.
Again, it's two came with it, man. He's actually 3 for 3 tonight because his next story intrigued me as well. NFL is thinking about going to an 18-game regular season. I am wholeheartedly against this. Why?
Nope.
2 reasons. They lied and said it was for that they took away the preseason games for the safety of the players. You just added the 2 preseason games, the 2 extra games you had in the preseason. You trying to add it in the regular season? That sounds like revenue to me.
Definitely a sniff of revenue.
And then the second thing is, I'm a purist when it comes to that, and I'm thinking about all the other records and things of that nature. It's already a inflated game. It's an offensive friendly game. These records are going to get smashed, and then can't put it in the same context as the ones that's being broken. Say like the Russian record. Probably never see that because of what we spoke about earlier. It's run back by committee. But all the passing records are all being obliterated. That's why Dan Marino is still the greatest passer to me of all time. He was doing it back in the 80s.
Go ahead, too, because I ain't going to like what I have to say.
Nah, I'll let you go. I'll let you go last on this one. Because simply to me, we all know it's a sniff of revenue. We know They talk about all the time how they can make the sport safer and things like that, but you're gonna add 2 more games. You're gonna add 2 more games to a game that potentially you could be hurt and you could be on the shelves. I'm for it as a fan because I mean, hey, I'm a fan. I'm not playing the game. 18 games, cool, but I still got a little hot for the players. But other than that, man, they'll get paid millions, man. 2 more games ain't gonna hurt. It's gonna be entertaining to watch, baby. More exciting stuff. Playoff spots, wild card spots. I'm in it. I'm in for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for the cause.
You know, the one thing, the only warm fuzz in my heart that makes me even entertain this remotely, extra tailgate.
Extra tailgate. And like I said, anything. And just like you said, you just found a little piece. You may not like it all the way, but it's something for you to do. Oh, snap. Yeah, this extra game, extra, slab of barbecue, you know what I'm saying, on the grill, Or for us, an extra cold game where Teddy Bruschi comes to throw snowballs. Nah, he's not coming back. But, it all is going to work itself out, man. People will start to love it when it starts happening. Of course, people don't like it when they're trying to make proposals and all that stuff. We don't. But
spin move, we lit. Okay. So, fellas, I'm not letting no one slide. If you was on either one of these bandwagons, I don't want to hear nothing. If you was, what happened? So what they say? Let's add a game. What's the worst that can happen? Just add it's one more game. It's not a big deal. It's more football, Will. What can happen? College football, let's add more playoff teams. What can happen? This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna keep doing this to y'all. They're gonna keep adding games and adding games. Suddenly there ain't gonna be no preseason and 20 regular season football games. And Major League gonna go to 300 games a season. Like I'm telling you, y'all can't let this happen. Y'all gotta stop. It's enough.
Stop in terms of a bit more games, and everybody just stop complaining.
All of it.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that because I sit here, and even the betting, even the sports betting, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we paying these players millions and millions of dollars. If they're gonna play millions and millions of dollars, you might as well pick 20 games up. Hey, let them get the money up, man.
That works. The whole entire pay scale is already based on them playing X amount of games and staying healthy for X amount of games. The roster sizes.
Well, we feel like some people, we feel like some people are getting paid too much though. So let that shit right.
Yeah, we feel like everyone gets paid too much. That is until we making the money, then we don't really care. But like, it's just.
I think they're adding games to not let the USFL or XFL merger to get a piece of the pie.
That could be. They sleazy like that.
But if there's one thing the NFL isn't, it's threatened at all. That product is so solid, it's not going anywhere. That is like social media. It's you gonna be here. We doing this. We'll see what happens though. Look, they gotta stop adding games though, because you're gonna start breaking humans. This is what we're gonna do. Eventually, you're playing with toys. You're treating them like toys. You're playing with them, and if they get broken, you get a new one. That's what it's going to turn into. And also, are they really taking care of players after their careers to justify doing this? I know it's very easy to say, oh, they're getting paid millions, so they should they're putting their body on the line. It's their choice. Yeah. But it's not exactly their choice to keep adding games. That's not their choice. And just upping the dollars, yeah, sure, it'll sell people, but that doesn't mean it's right. You got to stop adding games. We don't need it.
A sport you gotta wait. A sport you gotta wait 1 week for everybody to play, man. Hey, and definitely is tops. I'm seeing a couple people. NFL's topping the NBA, but this is the thing about people when speaking on it. When you mention NFL, you put NBA next to it, and I say that because the NBA still going to run, just like the NFL going to run. Hey, the NFL is its own club. The NBA is its own club. You don't got to compare the two. The NFL is what it is.
I just compare major sports in America.
No, I'm talking about.
I see what you mean. No, but I see what you mean. Yeah, like it isn't the same league. I understand.
The more games you add, the roster needs to be more. I mean,
yeah. Look, if it means more jobs, cool. But we know how this is going to play out. If you believe you see a version of this that's good for the players, I'll listen. But I don't think any of us are fooled in
more games to bet on, more money to lose. Because the NFL stands for what, fellas?
No
fucking loot.
No fucking loot.
And that too, not for long.
Yeah.
But no fucking loot.
They'll just offer more money and the players will be like, sure.
So this is the off-season edition. Last week we talked about the AFC West. We had to go. We had to start with the defending two-time consecutive Super Bowl champ. So this week we got to start with the first loser, the runner-up.
First loser.
And they coexist in the NFC West.
The NFC West.
Shout out to Dale, man. Appreciate you. So, San Francisco. My man Took boycotted the Super Bowl this year.
Why?
For me, I ain't gonna lie. For the first time in I don't know how long, I had a rooting interest in the Super Bowl. I didn't want to see San Fran get their 6. So I was low-key hoping that Kansas City did them.
Yo, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, what? I just want to understand. I want to understand why they played that music for that. That's dope. It was just confused.
Dale was feeling it one day, I guess.
He was over there playing soca. He was doing salsa all around the house.
Swiper, no swiping ass intro. That Dora the Explorer ass music, bro.
Oh man.
So San Francisco, they made it back to the Super Bowl. They did lose. We talked a little bit about Kyle Shanahan and his legacy thus far. Something that's pretty interesting. I'm still researching it, but a lot of people are swearing about it, and know that I'm seeing is we talked a little bit how, and I'm not trying to turn this into a Cowboy segment. It pertains to the 49ers, but when they traded away Trey Lance, it all started to make sense when I was seeing some of the things I was seeing out there in the universe. I knew coming into his career, he was dating what's Jake's guy's name that he loves? Cowherd. He was dating Colin Cowherd's daughter. And it was a bad breakup. And from my understanding, he's real cool with the Shanahans, and he's real cool with Lynch. So that played a little bit into him kind of getting put out of San Francisco, so to speak, not really having a chance to really, really compete. Then I heard he was like running through some of the staffers' wives and girlfriends. This
that
dude
could
was
be a reason.
menace.
That could be a reason for you guys to be shifted out. Hey, listen here. We seen that a couple months on the hockey team.
He's playing the email playbook.
Yeah. Yep.
He ain't the coach. He only the backup. But everybody says the backup is the most important position to what? The QB.
You just hope he never plays.
A lot of porn stars coming through. Hold on, a lot of porn stars going through that San Fran QB tree, huh? Jimmy G.
Yo,
Trey Lance.
Jimmy was having a field day, right?
Yeah, man. But hey, you see that, man, and you see that it kind of was a new leaf for them in getting Brock Purdy, man. You know, somebody that's maybe not on the edge. It's probably just mid. Yeah, man, 49ers, man. What do they have to work on this season, man? First off, they got to get their Ayuk situation handled. We know that the money's going to be probably pouring to him, and he's probably not going to end up there, but you got to get that situation handled quick. And I only say that because you don't want to linger in that, you're going to find out real reasons why he's leaving. You're going to, when people leave and they go for another team, there's a bunch of reasons or a bunch of things that they didn't do for him to succeed or for him to succeed. But that's one thing I feel like they have to do. Two, interesting was for a team like that offensively, they have to find the offense. Their offensive line was kind of stagnant, man. You know, kind of fell. You know, not the offensive line that we used to seeing in prior years with the 49ers. I feel like, you know, that was a, you know, something that they need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get some guys on that side. Overall, their team's getting a little older, man. You know what I'm saying? And they try to do things to keep it, you know, cord, but maybe show up the cornerback position. There's some things to work there on. I think they said they need a new defensive line. They need a defensive coach. They went to go get that. So let's see what difference it makes, man.
Niners got to figure out. Yeah, it's just about who you're resigning and letting go. I think they got to let Ayuk go.
Because you could always extend Jennings. He did pretty decent.
He's not Ayuk, but I think you can draft somebody and bring him up to speed with the rest of that team you have. You should probably just use Kittle more, honestly.
Yeah, that's weird. He's like,
stop making him a blocker
one of
consistently.
the best tight ends. I think,
And
as far as like the entire package, he's the best tight end in the league.
I agree.
Blocking, pass catching,
Like
football
route running, like,
IQ.
and then his yards after the catch is like one of the best in the league in terms of when he gets them. But they just have him blocking entirely too much. They officially need to bring in another tight end. Let him do more of the blocking, and you can throw to him sometimes, and make him more of a weapon before you get him killed. Like, I don't understand this nonstop.
It's only getting older, man. He'll be 31 in October, and you gotta use like you guys said, man. You're not using them to the full advantage, man. This is not the running back position where you know you use the second or third fiddle. Come on, man. Like you said, this is a guy that's a primetime tight end in the league. He deserves more tick. He deserves more touches. Yak, all that stuff that comes with being one of the top tight ends in the league.
Yeah.
The
random games they use him, he goes for like 150 and 2 touches. Like, shouldn't we use this more? It's a weird situation.
Here's the thing I see with San Fran. They're in the position, to compete right now, but they've got to make a move and do that because they're going to have to start paying their guys here soon. They're getting by right now, as far as Purdy, on being on an extremely cheap contract, obviously. No, Mr. Irrelevant. But something that's kind of stuck out to me is who's going to be their defensive end opposite of Nick Bosa? Chase Young, Cleveland Farrell, and Randy Gregory, all free agents. Some people say they shouldn't sign any of them back. So do they go free agent? Do they go draft pick? Which way do they go?
They need to make a push for the other Bosa and hope that he doesn't max out what he asks for.
Give him a discount to have the opportunity to play with his brother.
Play with his brother. You got to hope. No, yeah. Chase had like a game or two, and then he was nothing.
You have to go add a starter caliber player, man. I mean, you would say that will go through like a trade or like free agency. We'll see who's out there, but you might have to go focus on the draft, man. If you can go get the other Bosa, then I mean it can kind of help you in that regard. But I think they need a veteran, somebody that can kind of, for a team like that, do they want to go? I mean, they're gonna have to eventually go draft somebody, and then he's gonna have to learn the ropes, or do you want to keeping this train going like I feel like they are, and kind of max it out until you can't max it out no more? This is when it gets interesting here for a team that's for the last 4 or 5 years kind of been trying to push on that door. Dallas needs D-line linebackers. We're not talking about Dallas, Bobby, but I agree with what you're saying, man. We need those guys to step the shit up. All of the above. D-line, linebackers, QBs, but this is a 49er session. SFNE, Spice Adams. Oh, Lord. Spice Adams, former football player, correct?
Yeah, Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Bears, and he played at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam Darnold is a free agent as well.
Yeah,
there's a couple of whispers that it might be in the market to go trade for a Zach Wilson?
You can go definitely get a QB in the market nowadays. I mean, you can go get one. I don't know. I mean, what's an ideal backup for them? Especially, what's an ideal backup for any team in the league right now? But there's a plenty of guys on the list that potentially could be your backup. I mean, I don't think the world's gonna go cry about Sam Darnold leaving San Fran.
Sam Darnold is candy corn.
Coach only eats it.
You may think it's gonna be good, but it never is. Terrible.
So let me ask you this. Do you think how much time does Deebo Samuel have there? He stays hurt a lot. He gets paid pretty good money.
So do you sign Ayuk and move him?
I don't think it's going to be feasible to keep both of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's tough. I mean, and it's kind of a situation where I just said, man, you kind of use the wheels till they fall off. This is kind of what you predicate yourself for. I think they keep Deebo. I think eventually they'll probably see where the numbers is at and see, if they can move him in the future. But right now, I think they keep him and they get rid of Ayuk.
You think
like
so?
You said, eventually you can't keep both of them.
Right now, Deebo counts. He's a $28 million cap hit. They can't cut him because he's the $42.7 million cap hit, dead money.
Is it the same dead money if you trade him?
Let me see. $24 cash value. No, I think it's 19.4.
That's doable.
But this is the year. Well, after this year is the year where they can cut them and it won't be that much of a hit for them.
So then, yeah, like Darryl said, run it back. Try to run it back as best you can. Then sign Ayuk, run it back, and you'll save the money next year when you cut Deebo because it didn't work.
That's true. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. And you can still do it because Purdy's contract situation.
Right. So sign Ayuk.
Fair enough.
Rooting for you.
Huh?
Say we rooting for Ayuk to stay at 49.
Or get the bag. That's what I'm rooting for. Get the bag.
Now they're saying that they're likely to work out an extension with Ayuk. How much do you think he's going to probably command? Is he a true number one?
No.
Who, Ayuk?
Mm-hmm.
No.
We can't know. That's the problem. He's one of those type of players. You can't know. You won't know till later. It's hard to tell.
That could happen. I mean, the market. If he opens the market, it's the opportunity for people to see. If he feels he's a number one, he's definitely gonna go see market. Because if you're gonna deal with this situation, and like you said, is the San Francisco 49ers offense really gonna change next year? No. So yeah, you won't. Like as Will said, the market may be the best for him right now to really see where he's at.
If we talk about will he get paid like a one? Yes, obviously. He's statistically put himself in a position to get paid like a number one. If he actually is a number one is the question, and that is one we can't really answer. We've seen him do it for stretches of games for sure. We've seen him 3, 4, 5, 6 games have the best coverage on him because Deebo was out, and he's still 8. Yes, he can do that, but can he do it consistently and stay healthy while doing it? Obviously, it's to be determined.
Okay, that's fair.
And we also don't know how much of that is scheme. So
that's the hard thing with the evaluation of San Francisco, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Like Will just spoke to, how much of it is his scheme. His scheme is so sophisticated. A lot of times it puts these guys in the positions because it's drawn up perfectly. So would they be able to go to another team who may not be as intricate as that offense. And
Hey, like this, man. Is he? I'm gonna name a couple players. We know T's already on the franchise tag. You got Michael Pittman Jr. These are the ranked wide receiver free agents. You got Mike Evans, who just got paid today, 35 guaranteed. You got Marquise Brown from Arizona. Calvin Ridley.
Him to take off.
Calvin Ridley. And you got Darnell Mooney and Gabe Davis.
I hear a lot of
Gabe Davis, a free agent.
And then you got in the top 10 list, you have Odell Beckham, Tyler Boyd, and Curtis Samuel. So basically, yeah, like he said, all like
wow,
mid twos, mid twos,
bunch of twos. There's the one Pittman's the one probably gonna go back to the Colts. The other one is Evans. He's going back to where he was. So, and after that, then Ridley was a one. I don't know if he was a good one last year though. Odell Beckham's not a one anymore. He's not even a two anymore. He's barely a three.
Yeah.
Ayuk, like I said,
it kind of opens the window for him. Maybe best to try to go find a trade shooter, man. No bull, because you're looking at this list right now. It's like he's the only one. I mean, he's not a free agent, but I mean, potentially the way we're talking about him, shit, possibly could be somewhere else. It's time for him to crack it, man. With all these other guys we've seen crack.
Well, we just talked about earlier, all the wideouts coming in the draft. That's going to affect the market as well.
Yeah, because
San
there's so
Francisco's
many.
come out so many who are ready. They want to step on the field to at least contribute.
It could be 5 in the first round, up to 8.
Wow. They say San Francisco doesn't expect to address his contract until after free agency. How you think that's going to make him feel as a player?
It's going to make him feel disrespected as shit. I mean, there's plenty of people going to feel disrespected. And the NFL, especially when we know how people get paid and the days go down. We all know when the days go down, what happens? The money dry up.
He should feel however they handle things. If they normally do it that way, then he shouldn't feel anything.
But they don't. And we talked about
that.
They
did, though.
No, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, that when it came to Debo, Lynch came out and said pretty much right off the bat, we're going to get it done. They kind of held back a little bit. They're starting to talk about it a little bit more now, but it wasn't the same sense of urgency as the other free agents. You know, with obviously he's not in the same league as a Bosa. That's a completely different scenario. But we know how these professional athletes are. They all got egos. No matter who it is, they got egos at the end of the day.
Right. And you mentioned brother talking about he's done in 40. He's done in San Fran. We're gonna try to find a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? And he's been from what his brother was saying, Ayuk's been feeling a certain way, you know, for a bit now. But like you said, as a professional, you keep it behind the doors. You know, when it's time to do business, you know, you do business.
If he doesn't want to sign, you could probably sign Marquise Brown for cheaper. And does your offense really change?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't.
Like you might be all right. I think that's the problem. Even if he is a one, I think he's a replaceable one because of the way they do things there. Debo's the one who's less replaceable, which is why they probably keep him, because Debo can do the multiple things of suddenly coming out of the backfield. Like he adds to why they're so hard to defend. So I just don't know. Yeah, they're probably gonna. I don't know. I flip-flopped twice already on this right here today. So
now the good thing about San Francisco is they have a shitload of draft picks. We talked a couple of weeks ago about them taking full advantage. The only team taking advantage of hiring, the minority hiring practices to gain additional draft picks. With that being said, for this year's draft, they've got a 31, a 63, a 95, and a 98 in the top 100.
See,
and then after that, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 7 draft picks after that.
At 31, if they really want to, since that is a complete issue right now, what to do with Ayuk. At 31, there will be a starting caliber wide receiver there. So maybe you don't have to sign him. They'll be a starter there at 31.
Let my man go find a bag. Hold on. I'm going to say this. Let him go find a bag in another situation, because I don't think he can go for the bag and the money, but whatever situation he goes to is definitely not going to be better than this situation that he's been in the last few years at all.
You know what always happens is funny. When these guys go off, they either ball, then they get another contract after that, or by like the third year of the contract, it's not working. They get released and just go back to the team they started with that got them paid.
The 49ers, after trading him 3 years ago, they get Ayuk back.
Yep.
I can see it happening, man.
Ayuk rejoined the team after a 2-year stint in Washington that didn't work.
Really, man.
No, you think he's gonna go off? So Tyreek went to a quarterback who was lesser, but a system that was equal to or greater than in terms of a system, and he's just been eating like crazy.
I am the system. Tyreek said, hold on, I want to be the system. Hold on.
The thing, though.
He's never gonna be the system with Patrick Mahomes there. You just is on his back.
What's funny though is individually he's been as good as Mahomes at his position since he left, but Mahomes has won twice.
Exactly.
So like,
the man with the backpack ain't taking it off. Mahomes is the guy with the red backpack. I wear a red backpack every day. He ain't letting that go. If you got a red backpack, you ain't never letting that go. Listen here. So Tyreek, you did the smart thing by going somewhere where you're like, I am the system. They're gonna keep talking about Tua for years, how he gotta improve. But as long as you give me the ball,
he was like, yeah, Tua's good. Throw the fucking ball.
I'm at almost 2,000 a clip. Let me go with it.
Man really was headed towards 2,000, bro, if he didn't get hurt.
You know, something that I thought was pretty interesting though, and we'll wrap up on the San Francisco portion of it. Who do you think was, other than Patrick Mahomes, and Chris Jones, from a coaching perspective, who do you think was a big star of Kansas City's victory over them?
Oh, Spags.
Yep. It was reported that San Francisco tried to hire Spags away from the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. They try to give him the bag. They try to give him the bag.
I would say if that had happened, they was going to win their 6.
They was trying to give Spag the bag.
Hold on. But he signed the deal before the Super Bowl, correct?
No,
Spag
it was afterwards.
It was after? Oh, yeah. Because if the 49ers would end up winning 6, they would have ended up winning 7 probably the next year if they would have got him. Because he definitely was going to turn court and go there. Because everybody was streaming as if, like, even if Kansas City lost the Super Bowl, they got to the Super Bowl, we thought they wasn't going to get there. If they lost, listen, picture what would have happened if they would have just lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Spag's the man, though. I think he's got 4 as an assistant. Wasn't he the coordinator with the Giants?
Yeah. Fucking asshole.
He was the coordinator with the 2 titles, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Giants. Oh, Daryl Snead got franchise tag too by the Chiefs, so
it makes sense.
So
that was predictable.
It was predictable.
I think we predicted it actually.
So that was the 49ers. The runner-ups for division and fellow playoff team was the Los Angeles Rams. Now for them,
a fascinating team. This is a fascinating team.
Yeah, they kind of sold their soul to get the ring that they got a couple of years ago. It's been rough, but I think now they can kind of see over the horizon a little bit.
They had a phenomenal draft.
Puka, yes, they did.
But they had an incredible draft. We undermined it. I mean, we kind of threw laughs at Sean McVay and the crew. They're getting old, this and that. But one thing we forgot is that he does have a good brain. If you're not gonna win games on the field, you got to figure out the reason why you're not and adjust it. And hey,
so Saints fans, take notes. You can kick the can down the road if you draft geniusly. If you do the work.
Yep.
Because he literally called his shot with Puka, by the way.
Yes, he did.
So this isn't just hey, we stumbled upon, we took a chance on a guy and we lucked up. No, he sought after that guy. He knew where he would get him to. He literally said, "We're gonna take Puka, a guy named Puka, in the 5th, and he's gonna be better than." He said he's gonna be better than Cooper Kupp.
He definitely flashed this year.
Everything. I think he's better now. Cooper is a better route runner probably, and he's probably like has a higher IQ right now, obviously, because he's been in the game. But that man makes up for all of that.
It makes up for all that. It gives no bull crap. It gives Cooper Kupp. If they keep together still, it just gave Cooper Kupp another 3.5.
Yeah,
it just gave him another 3.5 because we were seeing from Cooper was that he was the offense, he was the system, and he was getting banged up.
He just went from Jordy Nelson to like Ricky Pro. He's gonna be here for a while.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. For real, man. Shout out to the Reds, man, for an outstanding season last year. Obviously, they still gotta re-up in some places, man. But for what they did last year, playoff appearance, lost to the Lions. Hey, man, that's a good season for us.
They also got Kyron Williams.
Oh, Kyron Williams as well. Though he was hurt most of the season, his stats were better than a lot of starters that played the full season. So, listen.
Oh, well, I mean, he got hurt towards the end, but I had him in fantasy. He was a horse for me all year until towards the middle half, towards the end, he got hurt a little bit. But that team, and then Higbee's playing good now. Like, they got a nice little team. I don't know what they're gonna do moving forward because that defense isn't getting any younger.
Right.
But
would they dare trade Donald?
Why? I don't know what you get.
They didn't have a first-round pick last year either.
Yeah, I don't think you get enough when you trade them. I don't think you get enough back.
Who you trading?
If you trade Aaron Donald, you don't get enough back.
I just feel he's a lifer.
Mm-hmm.
People like him, they're lifers. If you trade him, okay, it's football. It happens. You see crazy situations. But I rather and I predict that he would retire before he went to another team. Unless they did him the dirtiest of the dirty. And he's just like, I want to get back. But sometimes that's not good for you. Sit on the high horse. You play with a great franchise, got a championship. You're one of the head guys of the championship. The city loves you.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
I feel like they call him in the office and be like, look, Aaron, we traded you. And he'd be like, that's fascinating because I retire. I don't think he's
and from reports are saying
like he barely wanted to play for them anymore, let alone play for someone else.
They're speaking on the GMs in the front office of the Rams. They're talking about if you thought we was aggressive last year in the draft when we had no first rounders, we're gonna be aggressive again. They're gonna take the aggressive approach. They feel like they got a recipe to remain in the mix in the NFC. They already started the mixture. Let's see how good the pie is next season. I hope it's good.
You know who they met with? Which I thought was kind of fascinating. Will's boy. Rome.
That makes sense. I mean, it's aggressive. That means
very aggressive.
Well, that means maybe Cooper isn't retiring there. Because there's no way you keep all three.
$40 million in cap space for them, which is 12th most in the league.
And Puka's literally the least tradable player on that team right now. You cannot trade him.
So they're picking number 19. Some people say that they may trade out of that pick, or they may try to put a package together to trade up to go get a player that they value. I think it's pretty interesting. They're they're still in limbo a little bit. They can go either way. They can try to make another run.
How much does Stafford have left? If he can keep playing like that, I'd make another run just because you have weapons. Their offense was explosive. What was they made a change. Remember this happened early in the season. They made a change and from mid-season. And from that moment on, they had the best offense in the league. I forget what the change was. It might have been play call. I think McVay made it taking over play calling or something. I don't know. Something changed. Well, after that change, they were the best offense in the league.
They're probably going to be stuck with him the next 2 years at least.
Who, Cooper?
Oh,
Stafford.
This year he's $86.5 million dead cap hit.
I feel like they can ride Stafford. They can ride Stafford until it's time for them to go re-up on a new or quarterback, or if one of these other quarterbacks
they probably take him. They probably take somebody now and just let him sit back and learn.
That's what I'm gonna say. How high?
JJ maybe.
That might be the first round.
I think that's solid. I think it's solid. Because like you said, you put the number on the wall, you get a chance to make it and produce it.
I'm not gonna lie, like fit wise, he actually can do a lot of things that team would want him to do. He's a lot like Stafford in terms of what he's able to do. He's not as good coming out as Stafford was coming out, but played in a very similar role with a great defense. That's what Stafford came from. So, that's fascinating. I don't know. You definitely got to take a quarterback. JJ might not be unless the accuracy issues really dropped him in the draft. He still might be a first day guy.
They need a safety too. Need somebody in that back end.
Or they could try to, since they have more time with Stafford. Who was the kid that was it Milton who was throwing the ball basically off the field?
Oh, the 60-yard king?
No, like, the 60-yard flip. He threw a 73-yarder just chilling. It was funny because they were doing the drop back drill, but he was holding the ball longer, letting the receiver go, and then he was launching it. He is a cannon.
See, for for LA, who do they have? So they have with the 19th pick, I said.
Hey, yo, now. Hey, yo, but yeah, he did.
They give a flick of the wrist. But what are you flicking the wrist?
So for them, they've got the 19th, 52nd, 83rd, 100th pick in the top 100. And then they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks after that. Their needs: quarterback, O-line, edge, defensive tackle, cornerback, and safety.
They listed quarterback. They caught me lacking. Yeah, I did. But so that's now I don't know if they did this intentionally or if they just did it in like the order of the depth chart, but it seems like they had quarterback as their number one need.
You said quarterback at the number one need?
That was the first listed. That doesn't mean that they. I don't know if they were listing in order of need, but if they were,
that's these other ones.
That's interesting. If that's what they were doing,
I think that's just the way they're doing it based on priority. Yeah, because some of the other teams they got quarterback as number one. Well, I don't see them with quarterback at another spot other than number one.
Okay. So
Will gonna catch you. Will gonna catch you, D. I should call you Daryl. I shouldn't call you D after that one.
Good LT.
Listen.
But yeah,
second, hey, I'm gonna throw it on wax right now. Man. We talked so much shit about the Rams last year. The Rams are gonna win the West next year.
Yeah, I'm actually.
I was gonna say it.
So I think as a podcast, we're just gonna completely shift now because I agree with you.
Hey, the Lions, the Rams take their win back from the Lions.
I think they have a really good chance. The Lions are still going to be good, but they got to figure out the defensive issues. We thought they would progressively figure it out, and they kind of didn't. They got some pieces though. I like Brian Branch. We're not doing the Lions. Oh wait, are the Lions in this division? Are we going to come across them?
No.
Oh, well.
But when we get to, we definitely going to be a lot of.
Yeah. A lot of pom poms, but
y'all got to get y'all Lions shirts on. Y'all do the North.
I like what the Rams are doing. I've never once had a single quarterback. I mean, a single receiver make me like an entire team, but I kind of like what Puka adds to that team.
I'll agree with that.
And Kyron. Kyron's nice too.
Okay, so that is the Rams. This next team, they kind of show like they want to do some things, but then they're kind of in limbo. They fired their coach. We don't know what happened, why, but that's the Seattle Seahawks. For them,
he said first the Dora Explorer intro. Now the LA Rams are gonna win the West. I'm questioning if I'm sober at this point.
Oh man. So right now, Seattle, they have $14.8 million in cap space. This is crazy. Guess who the biggest cap hit is?
It's not DK. That makes it...
Gino.
Nope. Gino's
not
third.
Gino.
Okay.
It's Lockett.
Lockett's second.
Fuck, I was close. Goddamn. I got closer than 2.
What is the Price is Right?
by 1, right? I underbid him by 1.
I hope your next student's overboard, mother effer.
It is.
Hope you step on a Lego.
It is the guy that got exposed this year for pass coverage, Jamal Adams.
Oh, not this year. He been exposed. I forgot he been exposed for so long. I forgot he was on the team.
Man, talking about dodging a bullet. So
Hold on.
right now,
And then his first game back, he get hurt. He get hurt again or something.
I think
he did.
Tossed or something. Something happened.
That happened to Tre'Davious White too. Unfortunately, him I like.
He's a $26 million cap hit this year, a $27 million cap next year. I think he gets cut next year.
Yeah, that was a confusing ass move by Pete Carroll.
He's 29, and for them,
it might be why Pete's gone.
I know, right? When you look at it a little closer.
yeah. You know.
So Seattle draft picks, where are they at? Seattle has number 16 draft pick. Along with that, they've got 78 and 81st in the top 100. And then after that, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 picks after that. Their draft needs quarterback, tight end, interior offensive line, D-line, and linebacker.
Shit just said roster.
Roster.
Listen here. The way the QB position for them is looking out. I mean, Drew Lock's gonna probably go. You know, I think teams can use his services. I think teams will give him a little dollar to just be the serviceable backup there. New York Giants.
or Jets.
But yeah, Gino is holding the spot for somebody fresh. So I could see the Seahawks too, kind of trying to go shopping in the QB market in the draft. Or you can just say, hey, Gino's the guy, and then if Gino gets hurt, then we have another trash bum, and then we could trash ourselves all the way to our top 5 pick next year. But this is kind of what the Seahawks kind of did this season for us. We thought they was on a high, and then they started doing some things that we didn't think they was going to do because of what they was doing. But,
if Penix is there when they picked the first time, they need to take him.
I was just about to ask y'all that. Local kid.
Yeah. It just makes perfect sense. And what does he do really well? He throws the deep ball. What is that team basically built on?
Yep.
Throwing the deep ball. So, yeah. DK would be the happiest man.
Hey, yo.
One of the best young receiving cores in the league.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, man. Listen here, man. I told motherfuckers.
What you told them?
I told motherfuckers this was going to happen in Seattle. I jinxed them a little bit. I knew it. I didn't think it was going to happen like this. Like, damn, I didn't think they were going to fire Pete. Now, I'm really upset that they fired Pete. Now, I'm not even mad. I'm not even happy that Gino did what he did because I already knew that was going to happen. But I'm mad at they canned Pete Carroll. Yeah, you don't have a job today. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. I think honestly, I just wanted Belichick and Pete Carroll out the league.
I guess they thought that they weren't moving forward, and I think that they were drafting well and doing okay. But I really can say the Adams deal probably got him.
And like you said, Pete, he reaches the old heads, the young heads, the mid heads. He's not like a Belichick where he's just
while being old. It's impressive. While being old, that man, they still love him. I don't know what he does because it ain't like he be saying a bunch of hip shit. Like he's just his energy. You know what? It's his energy. He's still got so much energy.
And then I see in the reports that they still looking to, and they should be because none of their running backs can stay healthy. So it's kind of like 4 running backs on their team that never can stay healthy. So he's probably going to add another one, let one go, or let 2 go and add one.
Well, Kenneth got to stay. Kenneth is a mom.
Kenneth's definitely a shot in that. Them 2,
Yeah.
DJ, Dallas, the rest of them, let them go.
Yeah. Maybe just bring in somebody like for somebody
like an Antonio Gibson or something.
Yeah, somebody for the heavier carries. But you got your 2-headed backs. Him and Charbonnet, that's good. Keep those for sure because they nice. Seattle's got a lot to fix. It's mostly their defense because offensively, I think they're in a good.
Their defense, their defense not get Legion of Boomish, but they need to pick that up because their offense can still compete with the best teams in the league. But your defense needs to be there to make stops and make the game easy on them. Now, I'm gonna say Gino has a cool year. I'm gonna say he has a cool year, but I think at the end of the day, they're looking for the successor for his position.
Huh. I got some insight for you. Will, you on to something? 2 of you as well. Who is the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks?
I cannot recall, sir.
First year guy, just got there. Ryan Grubb.
Okay.
Where did he come from?
Did he come from Washington?
He did. He absolutely did.
Penix is the move for them. It just makes sense all around. Like
it does.
Like the coach guy that even before the coach thing, I knew like it makes sense. Like he just fits the way they want to play, and he has the arms. I think it'll be good there. Plus, you got Gino, who will show him how to deal with all of the media and how to deal with being doubted as a high draft pick. And I think that's a good place for him. I think that's really good for Gino too. Because this guy is not ready right now.
And we're gonna play a little. It's gonna feel good. You know why? The last guy who was drafted by his hometown team, college team, was fucking terrible, and he's probably gonna end up still being terrible. And that's Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett was whack. We
can say that it's gonna be different for Penix, not only because of what he's shown us, but because that's the way the pattern kind of goes sometimes. In my mind, sometimes when I speak to y'all, it's sometimes based on obviously what I think, but I read patterns. I try to watch sports and try to read through some patterns to see if they repattern themselves. And I feel like this here,
the sports rain man.
Penix is go get Penix right now because keep the black in Seattle. One black QB down, another black QB. Come on, I like it.
It's Penix. It's the Zach Galifianakis meme with all the equations. I don't know.
I gotta just say, and when I think stuff like that, I just gotta say it all out because we're a podcast.
Absolutely.
And if I left stuff in my head,
I wonder what happened. I wonder what would have happened with Pickett if he didn't have Matt Canada as a OC. And then they go out and like, all right, Matt Canada, you were the problem. Let's hire Arthur. He's been doing great.
I'm gonna see real. They seen a guy in the ACC that was nice, and now we look at the ACC and it's So I mean, if he didn't have Matt Canada, maybe better in terms of the numbers, but I think overall this is what Kenny Pickett is.
Yeah, probably. He's not that good. Yeah. His best moment was with the fake slide. He chewed on that fake slide though. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, yeah. I do remember that.
He broke out. It was a nice little. Ooh.
That was at Pittsburgh, right? When he was at college.
At Pitt, yeah.
Right. That's not good because he kind of was on the radar, for a grip. I want to say
that definitely shot him up though. Like that he shot up the club with that one.
Just don't shoot up the club if you ain't got no starting job, Pickett. He gonna be living regular just like us.
You guys, well, y'all on one tonight. Then, last but not least, we got the video game guy and his team, Arizona Cardinals.
They say, as The Rock says, the crackhead Cardinals.
The crackhead Cardinals.
He did a segment the other night in Arizona, and he was going ham on the fans.
Who said that?
The Rock.
If you don't get your ass who couldn't make an NFL roster out of here, like
he called the city of Arizona crackhead Karens and all that stuff. He basically said Arizona is like high to like methadone and cocaine and all that stuff. Rock was going in on his promo, though. It was funny.
Yeah, but we all accepted that. We all knew that already.
Rock is crazy, dog. The crackhead Cardinals.
Arizona is a wild place.
So Arizona is a wild place. So Arizona's interesting. I've seen a couple of stories about them potentially trading out of the draft pick. Right now, Arizona's got the 4th, the 22nd, the 35th, the 66th, the 71st, and the 90th in the top 100. And then after that, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 draft picks after that.
So they just the only one drafting, I guess.
Yep. Their needs: cornerback, defensive line, offensive tackle, interior offensive line, wide receiver, and safety.
Sound like my franchise in Madden, all them picks. Yeah, look, they got a lot to fix, so it's not like it would be more impressive if they had all them picks. Like, you know how when good teams have all them picks, but like they suck. They need every one of them motherfuckers. Like,
and need them hoes to hit too.
Yeah, every one of them.
Because it almost seems like they're barely holding on as a franchise.
Arizona, the only football team sponsored by meth. It's just some toothless guy, meth. It's great.
So obviously, they've been for months have been linked to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah. Which why
makes sense?
Why put rims on a Pinto?
Because you're married to your quarterback. You got it wrong with
Marquise. It worked.
No, with Nuke.
Oh, with everyone else, you mean? Yeah.
Now, something that may be interesting depends on how the draft goes in the first 3 picks. They got a little bit of draft collateral. Obviously, they've got the number 4 pick. And they got a pretty good player that's playing on the last year of a team-friendly deal. And I'm surprised he wasn't traded at the deadline.
Is that Buddha?
Buddha.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't go.
This year, he's a $19 million cap hit. If they let him go, he's on a $3.9 million dead money hit.
I'm going to be real with you. I know they're not going to do it, but we just talked about a team in their division that needs somebody like that in the back end. I can see the Rams. The Rams can go get that motherfucker.
They'd be stupid to trade him in-house, though.
That's what I'm saying, stupid in-house, but yeah, man, I'm saying, because I think a potential of that too is Snead. Snead can be a guy that can potentially be traded somewhere too, though he got the franchise tag. But yeah, this Arizona situation is crazy, man.
I think they should. I think the Lions would love to have Buddha out there with Brian Branch.
That's true.
But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you got to move him. You're right. What were you gonna say?
Somebody that they're linked to as a possible free agent move is Chase Young.
Sure. I mean,
other names too. Since we're speaking on that, Christian Wilkins from Miami.
That's a better move.
Long shot. Chris Jones.
Yeah, they're going to sacrifice babies to keep him in Kansas City.
But overall, we speak about the record of Arizona. But if you really watch the NFL game, especially particularly going down the stretch, they were probably one of the most decent teams in the league. I feel like once Kyler got back and got a little bit under his feet, defensively they got to fix themselves. But offensively, they have guys. You know what I'm saying? You go insert a wide receiver. You go insert Marvin Harrison, for instance. You got someone in the game. Tyler McBride played awesome last year. Shout out to the tight end, man. You know what I'm saying? Another one of the tight ends to look for, especially next year. You know, Kyler's going to try to get the ball out of his hands quick. We know he's trying to get the ball out of his hands quick or make a move. You know, definitely could benefit him. But like you said, the rest of the teams that you spoke about in the division definitely should be better than them. So he still may end up 4th place, but maybe a little bit better than this year that just passed. But like you said, man, Everybody got to have a loser. Well, some teams are going to suck loser record-wise. Some people, it's the NFL, man. They're just going to have to take the punches, and hopefully at some point, they hired this decent coach, too. They didn't hire a bad coach. This is a bad situation for them. Cliff Kingsbury should have never been there from the rip. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of negative to say about this team.
What they got now, I forget.
Brandon, hold on. I think it's Brandon Johnson.
Gannon
Johnson? Something Gannon?
Yeah, he was the defense coordinator for the Eagles.
Oh, defensive fail.
From 2 years ago when it went to the Super Bowl.
We know how this ends. Like every other defensive coach, head coach. He either not gonna have the right offensive coordinator, or he's gonna have the right offensive coordinator,
and they're
gonna lose him. Yeah, so
go get every bit in me.
That man long gone. Man couldn't even be a head coach in college.
Listen here, man.
He got sent for.
All right, got a question. This is Arizona Cardinals related, and we ask this. I think we probably ask this every year on this show, or kind of speak on it. Do we still think Kyler Murray is going to turn coat for baseball?
I think this shit might have sailed.
I'm going to keep asking it. Because 5% of me wants to say it's going to happen.
If he didn't quit football now, why would he?
Yeah, but like I said, it's the sky's the limit in this league.
It's like it's not going to get worse.
He's 27. And
27 usually when you would start like probably come up as like a project.
Now, after this year, they can probably eat some of that dead money if they have to. This year is $81.5 million. But next year it drops down to 33.2.
That's all outrageous. He's going to be there for a while.
And he's already made, how much money has he made in his career? He's already made just under $100 million in 5 seasons.
Playing Call of Duty.
Playing Call of Duty.
At least he definitely can get the newest version when it come out.
I know, right?
Few copies. You can maybe buy me a copy too, Kyler. I'm gonna just leave it on the top of the Xbox. You know what I'm saying, collecting dust. But you can buy me one.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to play these.
What you playing?
What you just said.
Oh! That's game time.
It's over now. Oh, it's over now.
It's over. It's over. Hey, you know how we do it out here, baby. Baby girl's birthday Saturday. Go. It's like gotta get something.
Daddy need a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, on real shit. I do. Well, I don't, but we can always use. You always use something.
You always use a new pair of shoes.
Kyler Murray. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say Ben Simmons. I would not say Ben Simmons.
That's rough. I get the lady.
I get what you're saying.
No, he's close. He's real close. He's real close.
Kyler Murray is Kyler Murray is like the Westbrook.
No.
Not in the terms of I just feel like the elusiveness, the explosion, all that's there. But then, like you said, after the first 10 plays, it's kind of like dummy with it. So if I had to compare him to an NBA player, I would say Russell Westbrook. Because he has that. He has the flash. He has everything everybody wants to see in the sport. Like everything in the football the quarterback can do, Kyler can do it. Same thing with Russell and probably except for shoot. But Russell all around, he gives you that. As a fan, you go to the game. I'm not clipping Westbrook. He's obviously less minutes now. But that Thunder Westbrook going into Washington Westbrook, that type of feeling. I think Kyler's more Westbrook. I wouldn't say Ben Simmons. I can't even name an NFL player right now that's like Ben Simmons. So probably Aaron Rodgers probably that.
So you're thinking from a skill perspective. When he said Ben Simmons, I was assuming he was talking about mentality. He's the opposite of Russ mentality because Russ is a fucking killer at all times. He loves the game. But in terms of like what you were saying, like athletically and like being able to do everything, like that's.
Hold on. Kyler's a killer. Kyler's a killer, and it's crazy. Cowboys game, a couple years back.
You don't love the game, though.
No. He don't love the game.
He don't love the game.
He don't love the game. Like
he's a malcontent when it comes to the game, so I can see that Ben Simmons comparison.
If he loved I think that's why he was saying it. Yeah, if he loved the game, like, yeah, in that sense, yeah. Ben don't love the game either. That's a problem.
Fair enough.
That's fascinating. I hope he starts to love the game because, like, they have with all these picks, they have the chance to get some talent around him right now. They can go out and get a Marvin. You know what I mean? Like, you got to realize you have one of the rarest jobs on the planet, and your team that you're on has the ability right now to replace you, and they're choosing not to. I hope he takes that into consideration.
Right. Yep, because the previous administration that was there
that
was kind of out on him.
For him. But also, remember, he came in the league replacing a first overall pick, Josh Rosen.
Oh, he did.
That's right. That's right.
So he came. Rosen got 1 year to be an absolute bum and got replaced the next year. So you should. I hope he takes consideration that he has an opportunity.
Listen,
bro, he's like he can move in the pocket. He has the arm. He makes good plays. He gives. You ever get that? You get that feeling when he's on the field, like at the end of a game, like he could win it.
He can win it. Like, I seen it. Hold on, we seen a couple years ago against the Bills. Yeah. I seen it on the Monday night game against Dallas, where he was able to just make the plays that you're like, damn,
that's what I'm saying. Like
he can do that, and I still feel like there's a bright future for him in this league.
You know how many quarterbacks wish you felt that way about them at the end of the game?
I can't. Hold on. When you name Mahomes, okay, you name Mahomes.
In terms of like, I think they're gonna win this game. It's basically like
I'm probably in the 5.
Brady's gone with that feeling. I think Burrow. If Burrow has the ball at the end of the game,
I think Burrow could be 1. I think Kyler's in the 5. You can pick 2 other people. I think Kyler can hit the top 5 ceiling.
I agree with you.
You keep the game close. That video game. That's where that video game symmetry comes in.
The joystick shit.
Great game situation. I need a kill.
That's
not literally, but in the football game, I need it.
And that he's a player like coach calls a shit play and he turns it into a touchdown. Like you just.
That's true.
He's different when he's locked in and when he has the right. Like he just gotta care.
And if the money's an issue in terms of the trade, and even if the situation in the Cardinals are like, we don't want you no more. I'll be real. If I'm one of these bum ass teams that can never get my quarterback situation straight, I might go get that motherfucker.
I'll let that midget run around my backfield for fucking 18.
If he can give me ticket sales, it can get me from not selling $5 tickets.
Yeah,
I'm going to get him.
That part.
There's gonna be a lot of teams selling $4-5 tickets next year.
That part.
Just hope I'm in the city. That's it.
He's unique in his talent that he's a tiny man, but he's fast as fuck.
He is.
And for his size, he's got a cannon.
He does. He's a baseball player. That's why
and
he's
that release, that flick of the wrist.
It's quick.
He's got all the intangibles there.
He's basically no bullshit. He's like a pocket-sized Mahomes. He just like he exactly. Just really needs to care about the game and lock in, stay healthy.
He's born to be a QB, man. You know, his dad was a quarterback.
Who was
Uncle
his dad?
was a baseball player, huh?
Who was his dad?
Kevin Murray played for A&M back in the 80s.
Oh shit!
And his uncle is Calvin Murray.
You a fucking Texas Almanac. That shit's crazy. You be knowing, but like you be knowing their cousin and them, like it be everybody.
Stall me out, man. Who y'all got for shout outs tonight?
Hey, hold on. We got a couple things to talk about before we leave. Quick ones though. First off, we all here in the podcast where we all here in the sports media world, man. Can we have a quick moment of silence for Chris Mortensen? ESPN head man passed away this weekend. Definitely broke my heart a little tad, man. Because like everybody knows, if you don't know me, man, I literally grew up on ESPN. Man. Every morning
on repeat,
before school, on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the greats, the OGs, the original guys like Mortensen. You know what I'm saying? Stuart Scott. You know, people that aren't here no more. You know, to live this life, man. But gave us, you know, the heart and the determination to do this one day. And he's one of the guys on that list, man. So quick moment of silence, man, for my man Chris Mortensen, man. Ain't gonna be another one like him in the game, man.
Yeah,
so,
Morty was the man. And I saw his old back. Also, he served. He was a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So yeah, he served 2 years. And he came back and became an amazing journalist for many years before deciding in 91 to join ESPN. And he wasn't even like fully staffed. He had like a couple different shows that he would do with ESPN. And then everybody just loved him. He's the man.
He's passing that coffee out first and then making money, man. That's kind of how, people don't know how life is as a guy in the communications world and media world. You know, learn it. You know what I'm saying? Before you go into it, man, because you might think it's easy, but it's not. You know, you got to work your ass off for decades. And nowadays, a lot of people don't even have to work their ass off nowadays. The original guys that were doing it, you know, shout out to Michael Hawley. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael Hawley, I was able to follow him in high school my last few years. And just the grind, the 20, 25-year grind, just to try to make it to a local top. It's crazy.
He let
not
me down.
Really a main top. 25 years to hit your local scene.
Yeah. He let me down when he cut the dreads.
Definitely the best decision of his life was cutting the dreads off. No bull. I mean, I think it was like more like the media. The media wants you.
Yeah, they all, but that's part of the thing that
sucks.
Yeah.
And then hold on, last thing here. Interesting. A reporter, Courtney Crone, an ESPN journalist who covers the Chicago Bears, was in an interview earlier with a few guys. 30 seconds into the interview, she's speaking, kind of her voice is echoing.
She had a heart attack.
To a point where she says, fuck this interview.
Oh, shit.
And signs off.
She got pissed at the AV team. She said, "You get that boom, I got my fucking face."
So I posted it on the page. I'll post it for you. I'll post it. I put it in the group parlay chat for us, man. But watch it real quick. It's literally like a minute. It's funny as hell. It is funny as hell, man. Female bounced out. You know, a lot of people like listening to her. She's well respected. But I guess it was just one of those days today.
Fuck this couch. Buy another one, you rich motherfuckers.
That's about what all I have, man. I had that. I was like, let me show it to fellas, man, because it was kind of late that I seen it. So I'm like,
yeah, that's wild. But yo, man, shout out to everybody who joined us today. Appreciate y'all, my man. Down the MVP. I forgot. I stopped giving the MVP out. I got too big for it. Right? It's crazy.
Daryl don't deserve the MVP. He a Chiefs fan now.
Down to MVP. I like that he did that though. Normally I'd be like, yo, I can't believe he switched teams, but
he made some good. He had a party. He lives out there, man. So you gotta kind of brace in there a little bit.
So he assimilated. Like he went over there and he became part of the people, and that's what you're supposed to do to make a good community. I like that.
I'm a this Daryl.
Stop disrespecting.
I ain't changed, baby.
Stop disrespecting.
My dude, man, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, yo, D, we appreciate
you did at the right time, D. Daryl, you did at the most perfect time, D.
You got out early, man. You got out at the right time, man.
You're going to be a Brighton Bengals fan soon enough.
I'm a Patriots.
Wait, Patriots playing.
He didn't say that.
Brighton's going to be playing games at Gillette every week.
I done seen the pictures in the Mahomes jersey. You ain't fooling us. He got the auto.
You got a Kelsey one at the crib. I ain't listening to D.
He got the Mahomes and the auto. He got the auto jersey.
Shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah,
Before we head off too, man, Chop Up tomorrow night, man. It's gonna be a lovely show. Y'all know we've been rocking on the Chop Up. Chop Up's been on fire the last few weeks, man. And it's gonna be another one tomorrow. So tune in, man.
Hey, if y'all think of a great topic for tomorrow, give it to me. Let me know. I got some in the stash, but
it's March.
I got like 3 planned out, but I still want feedback.
That's some
Remember
advancement.
Remember we talked about after the show. I was like, "Oh, I got this and this," and we were.
I want to give another shout out too, man. I want to give a shout out. When I came back into the city a couple years ago, I just I felt like certain things should happen. I wanted this to happen, that to happen, and it didn't have to be me to do it necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Just be others around me. When I was younger, basketball was head in Brighton, man. Boys and girls, man. You had girls balling, you had boys balling. I want to give a shout out to my man Ian Jaffe, coach at Brighton High. I want to also give a shout out to my man Isaiah Moore, who works at the gym at the Boys and Girls Club. I also want to give a shout out to my man Cordell Harris. You know what I'm saying? You guys today, man, the amount of ladies I seen today participating in the AAU tryout, was dope. To have that in Brighton where, we haven't seen the AAU team probably since like the late 90s, early 2000s, and to see that with ladies, with the generations going with basketball, it was dope. I was offered, to join the team, roll around my schedule. I'm going to still be with the homies, man, but, try to put some focus on that organization, man, because they deserve it, man. Much love, man. If you ever see any posters for me, in terms of the AAU team, man, or them themselves, man, definitely show love, man, because they want to come up, man. Trying to make things happen. Shout out to my man Ian, man, on doing your thing, man, for the city, for the culture, he says.
Hey, yo, we need you here, but them kids need you more. So anytime.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. Like I said, man, hey, I'm gonna start side podcasting from the practices. Like I said, we got a lot to do up, man. About life, man. As long as it's sports, we're gonna be here. And also, next week, March 13th, I will be not on set, but I'll be on somewhat of a set. I'll be on the AEW set, Big Business, coming to the TD Garden. Sasha Banks is supposed to be there, man. I hope she is. It's going to be fire. So I'm a podcast. I'm going to try to talk as much as I can, man, before the event, talk to fans. Try to do some stuff, man, to make it interesting. Try to podcast around. So,
Of course, Chris Vick isn't here to hear that. That's the news, the only news you would want to hear today.
All day.
Well, good shit, man. Keep grinding, bro.
Shout out to Chris, man. Real talk. Shout out to you, Chris. Hope you got the
Dale came out of the show.
I'm going to Big Business, Dale. You know what I'm saying? I'm there, baby. The man is there. Shout out to the Connect.
That's what's up.
And y'all might see me on TV, too.
I better see you on TV and get in trouble.
Yep, I'm going to go in the ring.
Yeah, get clotheslined.
John Moxley, here I come.
Shout out to you fellas, man. As always, I appreciate y'all. Definitely a long day today, but y'all made the nightcap well worth it. Shout out to Bernard, Chris, Ashley, Kyrie, Bobby, Unc, Casey, Daryl, Anthony, Bobby Hubley, and last but not least, my man Dale. Appreciate it.
What up, Dale? Dale in the building. Hey, Dale, man. Let's find a late night, Tuesday or Wednesday, man, probably. Or maybe sometime this week, man, to just talk wrestling, man. I'll be in your inbox. We'll see what we do, man. Because I definitely want to talk wrestling with you, man. Talk with wrestling with you,
Dale, he about to slide into your DM all sexy about some wrestling.
I'm about to slide through your DM, Dale. I'm about to slide through, baby.
Man, we appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the Chickadee Chop Up. Toot, take us out, player.
Yeah, I'm happy, man, because when this show comes out, I can say it, baby. Say me so sad.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.